Do you know where your tax dollars are really going? Not to secure our border, not to help working families, but to sex changes in Guatemala, transgender clinics in India, and even groups tied to terrorists. That's right, Elon Musk is exposing the swamp's spending secrets, and Democrats are panicking. Let's break it down.
He discovered that the American taxpayers are giving money to Afghanistan. He found that we are giving money to Yemen. He found that we are giving money to Syria. I didn't know that. Some of our foreign aid is going to Yemen, Afghanistan, Syria. He found that the USAID has 10,000 people, 10,000 people, employees. And every year they give away $40 billion. Mr. Musk also found, and I'm not saying that all of this money is wasteful. I'm not. Some of this money, I'm sure, does some good. That's why Secretary Rubio is going to revamp the department and separate the good from the bad. But this is the kind of stuff Mr. Musk found. He found that the USAID gave money to support electric vehicles in Vietnam. Our money, taxpayer money. He found that USAID gave money to a transgender clinic in India. I didn't know that. I bet you the American people didn't know that. He found that the USAID gave $1.5 million to a Serbian LGBTQ group called Grupa Izladaji. I probably mispronounced that. My apologies. Anyway, they got $1.5 million to, quote, advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workplaces and business communities. What else did Mr. Musk found that my colleagues don't want to talk about? Well, he reviewed a study and then went and checked it. The study was done by the Middle East Forum. They found that USAID spent $164 million to support radical organizations around the world. We're not talking Cub Scout troops here. We're talking about radical organizations around the world. They gave $122 million of that to groups aligned with foreign terrorist organizations. Our taxpayer money. According to this report in Mr. Musk, the USAID has given millions of dollars to, quote, organizations in Gaza controlled by Hamas. Why aren't my colleagues talking about that? Recipients of the money, they found, have, quote, called for their lands to be cleansed from the impurity of Jews. That's who we're giving foreign aid to. What else? I'm not going to spend my whole time talking about this, but nobody else is talking about it. They're just talking about the process and Mr. Musk, and he's a mean guy, and he shouldn't be looking at our spending. Well, he is. And I kind of find what he's found out interesting. He found that we gave $2 million, USAID did, for sex changes in Guatemala. He found that we gave $20 million to produce a new Sesame Street show in Iraq. He found that we gave $4.5 million of taxpayer money to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. He found that we gave...
Welcome back to Jace Manwa. Before we get into this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss when we expose what the mainstream media refuses to cover. Now let's talk about what we just heard in the Senate. One senator pulled back the curtain on the absolute circus in Washington, and it all centers around President Trump's decision to bring in Elon Musk to audit federal spending. And let me tell you, this has the Democrats losing their minds. Why? Because for the first time in decades, someone is actually asking the most important question. What the hell happened to all the money? Trump promised in 2016 to go through the budget line by line. Now Musk is doing exactly that. He's uncovering billions of taxpayer dollars being flushed overseas, money going to electric cars in Vietnam, sex change surgeries in Guatemala, transgender clinics in India, LGBT advocacy in Jamaica and Macedonia, even millions funneled to groups tied to Hamas. Yes, your money, my money, American tax dollars, going to radical groups that hate us. And here's the kicker. Democrats don't want to talk about what Musk is finding. They just attack the process, attack Musk personally, and cry that it's unconstitutional. But none of them can deny the facts. They don't want the American people to know how badly they've wasted your money. Meanwhile, our national debt has exploded to $36 trillion. That's more than the size of our entire economy. Since 2019, our population has grown by just 2%, but spending has grown 55%. Families are crushed by inflation. The border is wide open. Crime is rampant, yet DC. Elites still send billions abroad for pet projects and identity politics. That's why common sense is considered illegal in Washington, because the swamp thrives on waste. Here's the truth. What Musk is doing isn't dangerous, it's necessary. Every business in America audits its books, but the federal government refuses. Trump said enough is enough, and Musk is exposing the corruption. That's exactly why the left is terrified. They know if the American people see the receipts, the game is over. So I'll say this. We don't need to attack Musk. We should be giving him a medal. Because he's proving what patriots have said all along. Washington doesn't have a revenue problem. It has a spending problem. And the only ones who don't want this audit are the ones who have something to hide. That's it for today. This is Jace Manwa. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, because the fight for truth and accountability depends on every single patriot spreading the word.